How do you practice to get to Carnegie Hall? Advice to students using the Livianu method for developing a musical ear. Part 3. What is deep knowledge in practice and musical performance? The following is a public service announcement for young artists, music teachers, parents, and visually impaired people. The mission of my work is to make it easy to learn music for millions of children around the world who lack access to quality music education training and manuals. This is my contribution to helping young people everywhere. If you are listening to this material, then you have already taken the first step towards joining the world's high-performance musicians. The most important thing every student can control are the amount and quality of practice he or she applies to a specific problem. There is a famous anecdote. A tourist on the streets of New York asks a passerby, "How do I get to Carnegie Hall?" "Practice, practice, practice," responds the New Yorker. I would rephrase the answer: prepare, practice, and after practice. These are the 3 stages of learning music. Knowing that you have to practice is only the beginning of the journey. How to practice is exactly what I will discuss with you today, so you can really get to Carnegie Hall, Juilliard, or Broadway as an accomplished artist in any genre of music. With this in mind, I will share with you my thoughts on how and why anyone that has a strong desire and willingness to work hard and smart can develop a phenomenal musical ear and become a world-class musician. Part 3. What is deep knowledge in practice and musical performance? 46. The Livianu ear training and sight singing courses attempt to give students a set of specific abilities in order to develop a professional musical ear. These abilities include not only recognizing independent notes, but also the deeper relations established at the level of tonalities, scales, intervals, and chords. In short, understanding music. 47. The deep theoretical knowledge presented in these ear training and sight singing courses have to be interpreted, connected, and integrated to higher levels of musical performance and understanding in order to be relevant. Otherwise, the exercises are robotic and useless. 48. Building and developing a deep knowledge reservoir can only be accomplished through deliberate practice, which is synonymous with hard, concentrated work. 49. This vast amount of knowledge presented to students requires 2 more things. It must be remembered and accessed at will. 50. Human beings communicate using chunks of information and knowledge from small to large. Just as we think in words, sentences, and concepts rather than simple letters, it is exactly the same in music. 51. My exercises offer an immense amount of musical chunks of information, both theoretical and practical, that are meaningful and deeply connected. This knowledge emanates from the natural structures of the scales, intervals, and chords. In our case, a relevant chunk of information will consist of a group of notes arranged in a specific order and defined by particular principles. For example, the natural order of perfect fifths. 52. If you had to remember a string of 20 letters, apparently random, HOWA, REY, OUT, OD, AYM, YD, EAR, it would be a pretty difficult task because they do not mean anything. But if the same 20 letters were reassembled like this, HOW, ARE, YOU, TODAY, MY, DEAR, they would easily be recognized as words in a sentence. How are you today, my dear? You would have no problem remembering the 20 letters. It is easier to remember many details when they are part of a larger chunk of information. In this case, it is a sentence that contains the words made with those 20 letters. This principle of categorization and inclusion in larger chunks of relevant information is universal and also applies in music. 53. Let's say you knew the 12 notes in the Western music system, also known as the chromatic scale, but had no idea that they could be assembled in scales, intervals, and chords. 54. If someone played a melodic pattern of 20 apparently random notes, chances are you would remember about 4 to 8 notes. And that's it. even if you had a great memory. Do, mi, sol, si, re, fa, la, do, mi, sol, si, re, fa, do, mi, sol, si, or C, E, G, B, D, F, A, C, F, A, C, E, G, B, D, F, C, E, G, B. And now 55. With a little theoretical instruction, the same pattern of 20 notes could be easily recognized the way we hear the letters in words and sentences. In our case, these words or sentences are meaningful musical chunks of information, 5 seventh chords played melodically or one note at a time, going up and using the 7 notes of the Do major, C major scale on notes 1, 2, 4, 5, 1. Not only will you remember the 20 note pattern, but you will recognize the underlying harmonic structures. You realize this is a harmonic, authentic cadence. Once you know that you are reciting a 5-chord cadence with 7th chords in the Do major, C major scale, you will also be able to sing the 20 notes backwards. Now that would impress anybody. This was an example of deep knowledge in music. One more thing. Keeping things simple and clear is a key element of the Livianu method for ear training and sight singing. Please remember, learning music starts with singing, and dedicated practice makes perfect. Have fun and sing the music. If you have questions, ideas, or comments, send me an email to david@livianu.com. Livianu is spelled Livianu. I would love hearing from you. Thank you for listening. I wish you great results and good luck on your road to success. This is David Livianu. The 32 lessons in audio format, together with the free PDF manuals, can be streamed or downloaded from Google.Play, Amazon, or iTunes by searching in the Google browser 32 Lessons for Ear Training and Sight Singing by David Livianu. A PDF transcript of this audio is available for download at Google.Play Books. You can find it by Googling the title, Part 3, What is Deep Knowledge in Practice and Musical Performance?